bad college football teams that became good overnight. Back in 2021, LSU football was at rock bottom. They had just finished a 6-7 season, which was their first losing year since 1999. The team was a mess, going 3-5 in SEC play and losing games like a 42-21 blowout to Kentucky and a 16-13 overtime defeat to Arkansas. But just a year later, they looked completely different. You see, the turnaround began when Brian Kelly arrived from Notre Dame with a massive 10-year, $95 million contract. His first move was a complete culture change where Kelly introduced something called the process. So every player had to fill out daily wellness questionnaires about their sleep, nutrition, and mental state. He also created the SWAT system, dividing the team into competitive groups that earned or lost points for things like weight room work, academics, and treatment sessions. But it wasn't just the culture that changed. The thing is, Kelly rebuilt the roster right away. The biggest addition was quarterback Jaden Daniels from Arizona State, a dual threat who could win games with both his arm and his legs, and he brought in transfers like Miles Frazier to strengthen the offensive line and kept Brad Davis as line coach. He also landed Harold Perkins Jr., a 5-star linebacker who would have one of the best freshman seasons in LSU history. But the way their defense came alive was just as important. As it turns out, veteran pass rusher BJ Ojulari and freshman Harold Perkins became one of the SEC's most dangerous duos. Ojulari had 58 tackles and 49 quarterback pressures, making huge plays against Auburn and Alabama, while Perkins had 72 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, and a 4-sack game against Arkansas, where he also forced 2 fumbles. But the season's biggest moment came under the lights in Death Valley. What I mean is that on November 5th against Alabama, LSU stunned the 6th-ranked Crimson Tide in overtime when Daniels threw the game-winning 2-point conversion, and that win secured their path to the SEC title game, where they lost to Georgia but still finished with a 10-4 record after crushing Purdue 63-7 in the Citrus Bowl.